Hi, friends. Whew, it has been a amazing day. I want to chat a little bit with you guys about spiritual awakenings because I've had a lot of questions from people who aren't familiar with kind of how they work, and there is so much to learn. And this might reach somebody who is or has gone through a spiritual awakening, who maybe is going through one right now and doesn't know. Um, but today was amazing. Oh my gosh, I could talk forever about things that happened today, just signs, signs from spirit. It's amazing. But anyway, so you guys know I've kind of disappeared and haven't really done a lot of social media, and I've been mentioning that I've been going through another awakening. So this is the second time this year that I'm going through this. And a spiritual awakening, for those who are not familiar, is basically a energy shift in those of us who are healers and light workers, however you want to refer to us. And these are things that we are going to go through our entire life. So, having gone through this early in the year, I wasn't understanding what I was going through. I did a ton of research. And then I realized that I've probably gone through these so many times when I was young, but I didn't understand who I was or what they were, and now I do. Um, but I want to send this out, and if anybody has questions, especially if you have or you are going through this, please feel free to reach out. And if you don't want to talk to me, find someone you can talk to because it can be really difficult and really, really painful to go through an awakening. And I think some that have misunderstandings just think it's this great, grand thing. And of course the outcome is amazing, but the process is really difficult. So just to give you guys an idea, like I left for a little while and I'm back home. I'm, chilling on the couch. There's a doggy over here. Like I'm chill because I'm still struggling. I had like a day and a half where I felt decent, and today I feel like total shit. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like complete shit again today. But I'm excited because I had just these beautiful, phenomenal signs today from spirit that were just, and it just continued as I left the house. I went to one of my favorite places. I was grounding in the dirt and just more signs. So, it's been a whirlwind of some really great things today. So I'm like wound up, but honestly, I feel like complete shit. So going through an awakening, uh, I should try to link. I have a really good article that I was reading. I'll try to link it to this then. That's what I'm trying to say. But when you're going through an awakening, it isn't easy, and you're going to feel a lot of things that don't feel good, that don't feel normal, and it's just part of the process. So, some of the things that I personally have experienced is one, feeling like I'm sick. And I mean like I almost feel like I have the flu, but I don't. I don't have a fever, I don't have any of that stuff. I just have like the head to toe feeling just like complete crap. Very run down, very fatigued. Um that has been one of the big things I've been dealing with for the past almost 2 weeks, is that I feel like somebody ran me over. so so it is what it is, and I know that I'm not sick because I don't have any, like, just trust me, I know. It's hard to put into words because as a healer, as a spiritual person, I just know things, between messages from spirit, my intuition, all of those things. I know what is going on. And an awakening can mimic actually a number of things. So not only can it mimic like actually having an illness when you're not sick, but you can have trouble with sleeping. Sleeping patterns can change. Now, I'm very lucky because when I go through this, I sleep really, really good, but I also wake up feeling exhausted. And that's just because as I'm sleeping, my soul is still fighting and continuing to push for that growth that I am going through. But it also can cause things like heart palpitations. Yep. And I've gone through that on and off over the past almost 2 weeks where I can feel my heart, I check my heart rate's up a little bit and I'm sitting here with my dogs doing absolutely nothing. Yep. It can cause changes as far as your mood. And I've been positive. I've still been my positive, happy self, just feeling physically unwell. But it can affect a lot of weird stuff like, okay, I don't know, yesterday I loved Doritos and today I hate them. I Not that I eat them often cuz they're Doritos are so evilly good. Um but like you can have a change in taste. So things that you always loved now you hate, or things you always hated now you loved. Lucid, crazy, vivid dreams. Yes, going through that too. So I've had some very bizarre dreams over this period, and that is just another sort of thing that can happen that we can go through. Um, and then there's things that are really hard to put into words. So there have been nights that I'm sitting here trying to relax, either reading, watching a movie, doing whatever I need to just get rest, and I feel like I could literally crawl out of my skin. It's really hard to explain. I don't even think I can put it into words, but again, it is my soul pushing and shifting and moving and getting ready to like push forward into that next level, but it's freaking painful. Headaches. Headaches have been huge. Headaches is kind of where things started for me. And I'm learning that as I go through my awakening and as things are moving throughout my body, like it's hitting my different chakras, and that's where I'm getting my physical ailments from. Because as I said, I've had days where my body has mimicked the flu. I've had days where I've had stomach problems. I have had headaches like crazy that I can't get rid of. And during an awakening, honestly, the biggest thing you need to do is just stop and take care of yourself. So, if you guys, if any of you are going through this or have gone through it or, you know, just don't know, do your research. But during this time period, you absolutely have to make yourself number one, and you have to stop and slow down. Um, You've got to take a break. If you don't feel well, rest. If you feel exhausted, go to sleep. If your mind is scatterbrained, do something to calm it. Listen to meditative music or meditate, period. Or read, whatever quiets your mind. Go hug trees. Talked about that earlier. I went out to do some grounding in nature today, just to help because it's very healing and soothing for me to be in nature. But for any of you who have or aren't sure, or maybe you're going through it right now, when it comes to awakenings, know that the outcome is going to be amazing. It is pushing you to your next level, to your next step, and it's going to be beautiful, but going through the process hurts. Um, you can even have times of getting just incredibly emotional, and nothing in your life is triggering it. Other than the awakening, but I'm saying, like, you could have a night or whatever where you just start crying for what feels like no good reason. So emotions can be heightened, and there's so much. I can't even cram it into one video. But I've had a lot of questions from people of like, well, what do you feel? And what is it exactly that you're going through? I don't know if this video shows it, but I look like I'm tired. When I go through it, I also have skin problems. So it's weird for me. And I know this can happen to other people, but I tend to get these really weird, ugly, patchy red spots around my eyes when I'm going through this, and I don't know what the hell that is. It just is. So there's a lot that goes into going through an awakening. So if you need someone to talk to, find someone to talk to, message me if you feel I can be of help. Do your research, go online, get books, but educate yourself if you're feeling like you're lost and you're not understanding what's going on. There is support out there for you. There are people like myself. So whether it be me or someone else, there are those of us that are here to support you, guide you, answer whatever questions we can answer, and help you to get through it. You're not alone. I always tell people when it comes to this part of my life, and for those of you that are spiritual, and it doesn't matter what you consider yourself. If you are an empath, if you are a healer, and there's a lot of things that fall under that category. If you are a light worker, if you're an energy worker, if you consider and call yourself a witch, whatever, however you identify, there are always people to love and support you and guide you, to help you to understand and teach you and just hold your hand and be there to listen. That is really, really important for any of you that are working with your spirituality, and especially for those of you that are just stepping into it. You are not alone. You are never alone. There's always someone there that is going to help you, guide you, support you, love you, walk you through it. Please, 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 please know that. Because I also know that there are people that are, I think more so those that are like just stepping into their spirituality, feel lost. And if you are just starting out, and especially if you are going through, or you think that you are going through an awakening, you need love, you need support, you need guidance. So make sure that you get it, but also make sure that you take the rest and the time that you need to get through it. So that was a lot. And I said, there's a lot to be said with awakening. So there's a million other things I could say, but I really hope that this is helpful to all of you, really, whether you're going through it or you just want to have an understanding of it. You know, maybe you have a friend, a daughter, a son, a significant other, a mom, a dad, someone else who's going through. And maybe this video will help you to understand what that person is dealing with a little bit better. That's just kind of the bottom line here right now, is kind of giving you guys a better understanding of what a spiritual awakening is and some of the things that are tied into it as we are going through it. Again, if you have questions, please reach out. Don't be shy. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to guide you if you need it. So have a beautiful evening. I will talk to you guys soon. Love and blessings. Take care, guys.